Welcome back. We're taking your calls now. The number to call is 012206-842. That's 012206-842. Fathers, mothers, anybody, this is for you. And we're talking about preterm births. Now, let me go to this next question. If an early birth cannot be avoided, you would want to stop it, but it can't. The baby is coming. Is there anything you can do to make it better for the baby?
Yes. What we usually do, because as I earlier mentioned, when we talked about the premature, when the lungs are not matured, it has a great risk on the baby because the chances of survival is reduced. Because what really makes a baby survive easily, if you remember when the baby is born, it cries, and every effort is made to make sure the baby cries. When the baby does that, the lungs open up. There's this transition between the intrauterine life and outward now, outside life.
Okay, so that's when he really begins to live.
Exactly. So, and if those lungs are not matured, usually before 34 weeks, the problems start to arise. What we call apnea, there will be cessation of breath, and of course, there will be difficulty in breathing generally. So because of that, what we do when the woman is at risk of delivering, especially before that 34 weeks, we give what we call steroids to try and help the lungs to mature. Because when you deal with
We're having a call right now. Collins is on the line. Hello, Collins.
All right. Hello, ma.
Please, your question. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you. I want to thank Dr. Wade for everything you have been doing, especially in Luke. I thank you very well. But I want to ask you a question. What's the major cause of postpartum?
The major cause of?
Postpartum hemorrhage.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. He's got that. They're bleeding after they've had the baby.
All right. Thank you, Kola, for that. Even though that's after
not exactly our topic.
It's important because it's the leading cause of maternal mortality, in our environment. We'll say major cause. The major cause I would say is what we call uterine atony, the uterus not contracting very well after delivering. So as a result of that, the woman loses a lot of blood. Okay, so it acts on major, but that's not the only cause. Other causes are when there is maybe retained placenta tissue, especially from vaginal delivery. So part of it is in there, so it makes them bleed.
Okay.
So
that was a bonus for Collins.
Yeah.
But let's go back to our topic. Now, we're talking about doing things to help the baby survive. You've spoken about a steroid injection which will strengthen the lungs. Tell us, what are the other things that are lacking in a preterm baby that a fully developed baby would have? For example, undeveloped lungs. What are the other things that could be wrong with a preterm baby?
Yes. Another thing, it's in the heart. There's what we call patent ductus arteriosus. Well, I just have to explain that there's a connection around the heart that should close when baby is about to be born.
Is that what causes the hole in the heart?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily. This is really not inside the heart, but it's the vessel, the blood vessel that carries blood out and into the heart. So there's a communication that occurs within you when the baby is inside the womb during pregnancy, because in that environment, that is what the baby needs. However, when the baby is about to be born, that connection should close to allow the normal life of the baby outside the womb to exist. So if the baby is born before time, that connection does not close, and it puts a lot of load on the heart of the baby, because it's now living a life that is not meant those
not meant for the outside.
Exactly. So the baby is at risk of that. So even though drugs can be used, pediatricians, but that's one of them. Another thing is ability to fight infection is also reduced, because when baby is not so matured, there's problem with temperature regulation. There are some electrolytes, some blood parameters that are supposed to be the way they should, but when baby is born early, there's also those risks that are also there, those problems are there. So, and of course, the brain, there's what we call intraventricular hemorrhage.
Wow, lots of problems.
Yes.
Bisola is on the line. Hello, Bisola.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Let's have your question.
I have my first child was a preterm baby, 6 months. I gave birth in
6 months.
Then I was not sick. I was not having any challenges, no headache, nothing. I just detected that I was having some mucus coming out from me. Because my baby was March, so I gave birth to December. So there was no. I want to ask what could actually happen, because I'm scared of even having another issue. I was like, there was nothing wrong with me.
Oh, okay, Bisola, is the baby alive? The baby is alive. Okay, great. So she wants to know what could have happened. And while you're on that, what are the signs that a woman is going to have a preterm birth? What can a mother notice?
Okay. You see, there are some possibilities. However, it's better really said if you saw the woman. But looking at, she says 6 months.
6 months. I am so surprised.
Well, 6 months in their own term, we consider that about 24 to 25 week gestation. So that comes the middle of the pregnancy. I told you that generally at that period, it's most of the time due to weakness in the cervix, in the lower part of the womb. So such a patient or such a woman should actually be followed up when she gets pregnant the next time. So that is the likely thing I would say. However, if she had fever, she had discharge before then we could suspect infection. So the first thing I would say that might have led to that is weakness of the cervix. Okay, then another thing you can start considering is infection. So, but if she had bleeding, then that could also be it. But those two, then you asked about signs. So
wait, just a minute.
Okay.
Before we go to signs, isn't it right after a mother has had, a preterm baby, shouldn't she be investigated?
Yes, she should be, especially
right after the delivery.
Yeah, especially when you don't know what caused it. But if you know that it's a weakness,
okay,
you could just prepare for that in the next pregnancy.
Okay, Grace is calling from Cross River State. Hello, Grace. Can we have your question? Hello, Grace. I think we've lost Grace. Grace? They say Grace is still there. So, hello, Grace. We'll have to continue until Grace starts talking. So, yeah, so she should be investigated. So let's go on to the signs.
Yes.
What does a mother feel that should take her to the hospital?
It presents in various ways. Some, they will start feeling pain in their abdomen. This pain, it remits, goes and comes, is intermittent. When they thought all the pain is gone, suddenly it comes again, it lasts for a while, it goes, it comes. When they start having that, is a warning sign. Another thing some women will see it's they could just pass what we call show. That is,
okay, that was what the Bisola had.
Yeah, a mucus mixed with blood could just be passed. That's a warning sign. Another one is they could just see water suddenly. They just see a gush of water. That's another one.
Just the same signs
of
as a regular labor is what they see, but too soon.
Exactly.
So it's right for a woman to be able to count her months, count her time,
True.
so that she knows, how much danger she's in or how much danger her baby is in.
You're right.
So what do you do to prevent a preterm labor?
Good. You see, because the causes are numerous, it is not very easy to prevent.
Hello, do we have
labor.
a caller? Omotola? Omotola, please, let's have your question.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
No.
This is Mrs. Samadi from Lagos State.
Okay.
I would like to talk to Dr. Ray. I'm one of his patients from Leeds.
Okay.
I hope you can remember me. I just want to thank him. Mrs. Amadi from ICU to B2. I hope you can remember me.
Yes.
I want to tell you that I'm okay now, and I really appreciate everything you did for me. And so, baby is okay. My husband is here. We are happy. I'm happy so much. I just thank God for my life. And I'm one of those people that God used to save my life. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Omotola. Well, that's one of your patients rooting for you. And unfortunately, we have to close. But thank you so much, Dr. Weir, for being on the show. I'm really grateful. I know how I practically dragged you down here. I'm grateful. Thank you, everybody, for listening in. Thank you, Omotola, Collins, Bisola. I'm Grace. So sorry your call couldn't come through. Have a pleasant day. Enjoy the rest of the week. I am Mary Alale Yusuf.